Hi, everyone, and welcome to Navigate Life Mindfully. This is episode number 19, Changing the World. I'm Ron Demonet, and my goal, as always, is to show you how we have much more control over our lives than we may think we do. We're not victims. And in the process, I'm going to introduce some simple tools that we can use every day to navigate life with more ease, and then go on to make the changes that we want in our life. So if this is something you want to learn more about, I ask that you please like and subscribe to our channel below. Join me in the journey. Now, this week's episode, Changing the World. I know this sounds a little bit ambitious, but bear with me, we can handle this. Let's talk about the world we experience. You know, there's this big world out there, and big world with big world issues and situations, things like war, societal problems, economic problems, political chaos, climate change. The list goes on and on. And most of these big issues we didn't directly create, and we have very limited control over. But then we have our personal world. It's usually much smaller in scope, obviously, but these issues and situations have the most impact on us in our day-to-day life, like our relationships, our personal finances, our career. Our personal world tends to be our primary focus, and that's what I want to address today. So if you aren't satisfied with your personal world, what can you do about it? Can we do anything about it? Are we victims? Well, I'm going to make a bold statement here and then go on to explain what I mean. For the most part, you create your personal world. You are not a victim, unless you allow yourself to be. Well, this is a basic truth that most people just refuse to even listen to or accept in any way. Yes, you've created your personal world that you experience. You are not a victim. You know, people laugh at this. And they rationalize their beliefs saying, you know, this is ridiculous. I would never create a world like I've got right now, a lousy relationship, a terrible job. That's just nothing I would do. Why would I create that? Well, it may be true that you would not consciously create a world like that. But the fact is, we live our lives unconsciously. We walk around half asleep 95% of the time. And in doing so, it's our subconscious mind that's in control. And that is what creates our personal world. And it's according to the belief system that we have in place. Your personal world, your living conditions, your work, your career, your relationships, your feelings, etc., at any given moment is simply the effect of previous thoughts, conscious or subconscious, and the subsequent actions that were taken afterwards. So what do we do about it? Well, you realize that where you place your attention is where your energy goes. You know, your energy is just this innate ability to produce an action or to cause an effect. Your attention creates your thoughts, energizes your actions, and then it ultimately creates your experiences, the effects that you see around you, your reality. This is how you create your world, your reality. So again, what do we do about it? Well, what you do is stop giving your attention to the current reality that you don't like. Refocus your thoughts. Refocus your emotions. Do it on what you really want. This will rechannel your energy and create what you really want in life. Whenever you have a strong negative emotion come up around a circumstance, something happens in your life, this is a red flag, and it's telling you to stop and refocus your attention. Refocus your thoughts, your emotions on what you really want instead of what you're experiencing in that moment. Always reacting to or fighting against what you don't want will just create more of it. So learn to focus your attention on what you consciously want. Give that your attention. Something important to note here is that a lot of the time we don't really know exactly what we want. We may think we know what we want, but not necessarily true. We just know that we don't want what we've got right now. This is when you want to just focus on the feeling of what you want to experience. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel? Feeling is the key. It's not easy. It takes effort. You'll always get distractions along the way, but work to stay focused on what you want. Visualize and feel the conditions you want in your life. Visualize and feel them as if they've already happened. Over time, this is what you're going to create. Staying focused is not easy. It takes effort. It takes willpower. It's like training a muscle. You have to exercise it. Over time, it'll grow, and things will get a lot easier. Anybody can do it. Decide what you really want. Decide how you really want to feel. Be laser focused on that. Remember, feeling is the key. Get in touch with your emotions, your feelings. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel? And focus on that feeling. So in tune with changing the world, I'm going to change up my podcast format for a while. Starting with the next episode, I'll be talking about what's going on in the world today and giving my thoughts about how we might navigate current events with more ease. I feel it's time for me to move away from generalities and talk about some specific real-life situations, that the media keeps throwing in our face day after day after day. My goal is to share some simple tools that we can use to ease the stress that's created by all of these current events that we're looking at on the news all the time. And two is to open our minds and make us think about what's causing a lot of the horrific events in the world and how we as individuals might help make things better. Well, I'm going to wrap things up for now. Remember, two very simple things that'll make an immediate positive change in your life. Number one, gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful for what you have in life, even if you feel like, man, I really don't have that much. Be grateful for what you have. Remember the saying, the more grateful you are for the things you have, the more you will have to be grateful for. It's more than just a cute saying. It's reality. The key is you're creating this feeling of attitude, this energetic state that will actually attract more good things to you. Be kind. Show kindness. Show other people a little bit of grace. We have no idea what's going on in their lives. They have no idea what's going on in your life. Just be kind and remember that words matter. Make sure the words you use are kind and respectful. So those two things, gratitude and kindness, two things that will immediately make you feel better and create more positive things in your life. Well, I'm going to say so long for now. If you have a comment or question, please visit my website, rondemonetcoaching.com. Leave me a message. Or you can send me an email directly at rondcoaching@gmail.com. Try my best to get back to you personally or on air. Again, I ask that you please like and subscribe to our channel below. I would love to offer some of these insights to as many people as I can. So with that, I'll say thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye for now.